Hello guys and welcome to Motorbeam. Welcome to a comparison between the new Classic against the old Classic. I'll tell you what's different here, but the first thing that you guys will definitely notice that both the motorcycles are accessorized. This is the top of the line variant, the top of the line accessories. Same is the case here, but here on the older bike, you've got old school accessories, aftermarket accessories. So let's find out if it makes any difference. Before we begin, subscribe to Motorbeam and don't forget to hit the bell icon. Now if you look at the styling, well, both the motorcycles have a very similar styling, but we can definitely say since we rode the Classic a few months back, the new one has matured quite a lot. But if you look at the accessories, well, this one does look apart because of the visor, which cost almost 4,000 rupees, and it's completely worth it. It does not vibrate as much and curbs a lot of wind blast. However, when I'm sitting on the motorcycle, my helmet is right above the visor, so over there the wind blast has been blocked onto my torso, and that is pretty good. You can see a few bugs have already died on it, so yeah, it's pretty good. Second thing is the mirror. These mirrors are aftermarket mirrors and they don't vibrate as much. Here you see these are also different kind of aftermarket mirrors and they don't vibrate either, but the motorcycle does. And if you notice, this one, the old motorcycle, the old Classic over here gets wide handlebars. In case over here you've got standard handlebars, so no accessories for the handlebar that has been given on the new motorcycle. If you look at the face, this is a Classic grille that everybody has been tripping over since the time it was launched, and I've seen so many people put on such a grille. It's not just for the headlights, it's for the pilot lamps as well. There's nothing as such over here, but you've got a new silver screen over here, which is not as pointy like the shape it was there earlier. As I come back, I forgot to mention that the mirrors cost almost 6,200 rupees for a pair, and that is quite a lot. But the thing is, they are very useful and the finish is actually really nice. When I talk about black, you've got a black leg guard with wraparound on the old motorcycle over here. The new Classic gets a standard design, plus you get an RE logo that's there on the guard itself. The guard costs around 4,000 rupees, which is good enough. However, the best thing on this motorcycle, the new motorcycle, is the engine belly cover, or you can say the sum guard, which is for almost 2,750 rupees, but it's completely worth the price. It was taking in a lot of hits, but it was keeping the engine safe, and you can see it's a big unit, very purposeful over here. The new Classic does look like a fresher motorcycle, but the tank pad and everything gives that Royal Enfield vibe all around. However, there's one thing that I wanted to check from the start, is that the single down tube that goes, the chassis which goes for the old Classic, ends as a stress member, making the engine as a stress member. However, if you notice on the new Classic, the dual pipes which go down, they go all the way down behind the engine and cover the engine too. So engine is not a stress member on the new Classic, and just because of that, there are a lot less vibrations that have been continued to the motorcycle. You don't feel as much vibrations, plus the counterbalancer and the new engine structure helps a lot. And as I talk about refinement, well, you can definitely see that this motorcycle, the new Classic, is so refined that it sounds nice, but there's one thing that somebody has been complaining, that it is missing the thump, and the thump, what I'm talking about, is this. Oh my goodness. This is a loud motorcycle thanks to the aftermarket exhaust. Now the stock seat on the older Classic was a piece of shit. It was a rock hard unit and you could not ride anything more than 80 or maybe 100 kilometers because you would get butt sores, and it was bad, like honestly bad. People used to get bucket seats, and here is an example that the one that I'm seated on right now, this is a proper bucket seat, and that is not just for the rider, it is for the pillion as well. And this is an aftermarket accessory, and so is the backrest too. But if you look at the same thing on the new motorcycle, you've got genuine accessories from Royal Enfield itself. You've got the touring seat. Let's check that out. On this new Classic 350, you've got touring seat over here, which looks very nice, has a rib pattern, which is very purposeful. Plus you've got kind of a lower back support as well. For the pillion too, it's quite nice. The backrest on this old motorcycle was actually useful, but this time around you've got a very purposeful and goes well with the design too. Plus, as an addition, you get an RE logo at the back, so you know that you are riding a Royal Enfield, or else someone who's following you knows that you are riding a Royal Enfield. Now if you notice the foot peg over here, this is also an accessory. I know I've seen this foot peg on the Meteor and it was very comfortable at that time. This time again, I can actually rest my feet on the foot peg. I cannot just keep it there, I can actually rest it, and for longer distance riding, this is definitely useful. Since we go longer distances too, the fly screen comes in handy, plus the riding posture on this motorcycle is actually really commanding. If you see, you sit very upright, and just because of that, you can go the distance. This is a proper classic, a mature version of it. I'll say with the accessories, this motorcycle, the new unit, definitely has got a lot more bling to it. However, the meter over here is a bit useful. You've got a tripper meter as well, plus digital section gives you more details, and the switch gear which are coming from the Meteor are a lot more useful too. However, it will take some time to get used to it, but then again, the quality seems so much better. Since we've already got the old classics, let's do a few tests as well. Let's do a slalom test to check out which motorcycle leans in or filters through traffic much better. I've put a set of cones, and as soon as I go with the old classic, well, it leans in very nicely, and the wide handlebar does help quite a lot. The new classic has better dynamics definitely. It leans in so nicely and it filters through the cones without giving much handlebar impulse. The handlebar is short, but the dynamics are very rich. Let's check the brakes, and this time around I don't have a bear to kill. Last time we did say that the old classic does not brake well, and this time around the case is the same. The rear just screeches away and the bike does not stop as soon as you ask for it. The new classic definitely has better brakes, and dual channel ABS works really well. For our vibration test, we've got a glass full of water. The old classic definitely translates a lot of vibrations throughout the motorcycle, especially on the tank, and you can see it right there. The new classic, because of the new engine, does not vibrate as much, and you can see it evidently that the water does not spill out from this one. After all the tests, I can definitely say that the old classic still has that feel, still has that thump that is missing in the new classic. However, the new one is a modern unit, goes well with what the modern generation requires. If you still want that old feel, get something like this and you will be more than happy. But you will find some of the other problems because it marks its territory. It is not perfect. The new one isn't perfect either because it is priced way too high. With the accessories, it gets even costlier. But still, I will say it is worth the money if you want to get yourself an old school retro motorcycle that rides well. I had a very good time with the classic. With the X-Rays version too, it was pretty good too. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.